What's good, guys? Welcome back to the official Unorthodox YouTube channel. My name's Gio, and today we got the outdoor performance review on the Nike Kyrie 7 Hendrix colorway. Before we get started, I just want to invite you guys to subscribe to the channel. We do performance reviews on the nastiest courts possible. We are in the Philippines, and if you wanted a good outdoor performance review, you come to Unorthodox. First off, we want to get started with the traction. The computer data-driven traction pattern, as you can see right here, spaced out in the front, a little bit more bunched up in the back. It is a new technology that Nike is coming up with. When you stray outside of what is normal, which is usual, like a traditional herringbone traction pattern, you're either going to suck or you are going to exceed and discover like a new, very good working traction pattern, which is what this shoe is. How does that play out on court? They implemented lugs type, so it protrudes outwards and it kind of acts like a football cleat or like a golf shoe, where it actually grips the ground and grips the ground very well. XDR rubber, because it's not pliable, hinders debris from getting stuck inside the pattern of the shoe, and it also makes the shoe last a lot longer. Top part of the shoe, it's a lot more spaced out, so there's a lot more flex going on. Traction pattern stretches out into the forefoot, so you are covered when you toe drag or when you are like moving to side to side. If you're going sideways or anything like that, those teeth on the side will get you covered as well. All right, so with regards to cushion, this is where Kyries usually get their knock. Zoom turbo in the front, the Phylon just goes all throughout the shoe. Having no zoom in the back and a lot of impact protection in the forefoot leads to really bad heel to toe transition. So for a guy like me, the casual weekend hooper and all that, it leaves me with a feeling that I'm like tipping backwards because of how thick the cushion setup is in the front. So it's not your most desirable traction pattern if you are just like walking in the shoe. It is good for playing if you are always on your forefoot, and if you're one of those younger players that don't really depend too much on cushion, this is the way to go. So as much as fit is concerned, I did go to my true to size, my Nike size. Kyries are usually known for being narrow, but because of how adaptive the material is, which we'll get to that in the materials portion, going true to size really does help. So my toe is a little bit spaced out, just how I like my shoes, and fits comfortable. There's enough space. A lot of pronation going on for me because I do have flat feet. Now, just in case you missed that, go true to size. It was made aware to me from my friend Jan from JDN Reviews that the Kyrie 6, you had to go up half a size, but this, go to your true to size. Moving on to the materials, it does look a little cheap. It looks like something from the year, 2011, 2012, where Fuse was really like the thing and it was on every shoe. This is another version of that, but an updated version, so I'm guessing that the tooling or how it's made is a little bit different, but I can definitely say that the materials are more adaptive this time around. Once you lace them up, the shoe kind of molds to your foot, and the padding of the shoe is a lot thicker than it was from years ago. So just to show an example, so this is the Kyrie 3, and I really think that this is an updated, rehashed version of the Kyrie 3. Both size 11, identical, but for some reason, I couldn't wear thick socks in this shoe, and I barely could play in them because they were just so dang narrow, and I am a wide footer. This one, the materials, the walls of the shoe are a lot thicker, but that adaptive fit allows for guys like me to wear Kyries. The fingers designed to keep the forefoot in place gets in its own way. If you see on the B-roll how the shoe like crumples, it just adds to the wear of the materials. To be honest, having nylon strands just like they did here in the Kyrie 3, these nylon strands just pretty much did the same thing, but it didn't get in its own way. So the ankle pillows kept my foot in place. Unlike the Kyrie 6, where I was told that only the back of the shoe would mold to your feet, this one, it's the whole shoe that pretty much molds to your foot. Aesthetically, not so good. Functionality adds to its beastliness. So lastly, for support, there have been a lot of photos on the internet, and judging from the performance review from my friend SNBPH, his name is Miggs, you can go check him out as well. I am aware that you can bend the shoe this way. Just because you can bend a shoe like a certain way, man, if I had like a Ben Wallace body, I could probably bend any shoe the way I wanted to. But what I really think about the support on the Kyrie is that the tooling is where the support comes from. So because of the shape of the shoe, the outrigger, as well as the extended heel coverage, making it like an outrigger over here, it allows your foot to easily find its placing. And with regards to over twisting, because of the adaptive materials that wrap around your foot and the fact that it's kind of like a mid to a high cut shoe, doesn't allow for that over twisting, tweaking your ankle and stuff like that, as opposed to previous shoes like the PG4 and the Zoom Freak 1. The PG4 being really high off the ground, and it was quite flimsy, so it was really easy to lose your balance. And as well as the Zoom Freak 1, which was like really minimal of a shoe. It was like pretty much like a sock. It did not provide any rigidity, and it was really low, and it was really lacking in terms of technology. But with this, I really think that it's a safe shoe, so it's not an ankle roll waiting to happen. So overall, with a price point of 6,800 pesos, if you do play outdoors most of the time and you really need the best traction shoe of 2020, I suggest you should go for the Kyrie 7. Now with that being said, that pretty much takes care of the Nike Kyrie 7. See you on the next shoe. Peace.